Hi there, I'm Maeve the Magpie. Nice to meet you, and welcome to a super simple, easy tutorial about how to build my favorite type of manual sugarcane farm. Now, this means that you're going to have to plant it and harvest it yourself, but the way that it's planted means that it's really easy to just run through and get all your sugarcane, and then this sugarcane is left to grow back. And none of your sugarcane falls in the water sources, and neither do you. So to build pretty much this exact thing, or however big or however small you want to make it, you need some sugarcane to get it started for your initial planting. And then you're going to need some water buckets. You're going to need either 1 or 2 water buckets, one if you have another water source nearby that you can refill. And then you're going to need some type of slabs to cover your water source block. And then you need some type of shovel to dig the holes. So you need a big flat area, however big or small you want to build your farm. We're just going to go to the other side over here. And you want to just dig a straight line wherever you want your water sources to be. However long or short you want the row of sugarcane to end up being. Let's just make it even with my example farm here. There we go. And then what you want to do is you want to count 1, 2 blocks and then start digging your next row. You're going to do this because each piece of sugarcane needs to be directly next to a water source block to be able to grow or to be able to live or stick in the ground. Right now, I'm pressing the button to try to plant the sugarcane and there's no water sources around. So it can't stay there. It can't be planted there at all. So you're just going to dig a straight line until it matches up with your other one. Count 1, 2 blocks, and then dig another row for your waters to sit in. There we go. And then once you have as many of these rows as you want, you're going to fill them with water. Now I'm in creative mode, so my bucket's going to stay full. But if you were in survival mode, it wouldn't. So then you'd take your second bucket of water and you'd place it, here's your source, 1, 2 blocks away. And see how it created a source in the middle? You'd then take your now empty bucket and you'd scoop that water source and you'd put it over here. And then scoop a water source and put it over here. Scoop it, put it over here. And that's how you can make a whole bunch of water sources when you only have 2 buckets, or 1 bucket that you refill again after you've used it the first time. So I'm just going to go through with my creative mode endless buckets and fill these in for now, just to get it done. And it would take you a little bit longer in survival mode, but you'll end up with the exact same result at the end. You're then going to take your slabs, and it doesn't have to be oak. I'm just using oak because it's an easy resource to get. And you're going to not place it on the bottom because you'll still fall in. You're going to place it on the top half of the block. And you can just run along as long as you're on Xbox or PS5 and place it continuously like that. Whoop. And you're going to do this so that you don't fall in and so that your sugarcane doesn't fall in either. And see how there's still water underneath? So this block now counts as like a saturated block. So it still counts as a water source being there even though there's an oak slab up top. So you're still going to be able to plant your sugarcane next to it. And then this is pretty much it. Now you just have to run along and plant all of your sugarcane on either side of your water source blocks that are now covered up with slabs. And it makes it super easy to build either a little or a huge manual sugarcane farm that as soon as it grows up, you can just run in a straight line and gather up all the sugarcane without having to worry at all about it falling into the water source blocks. There you go. And that's how you do that. I'm Maeve the Magpie, and if you enjoyed this super simple Bedrock tutorial, but this one also works on Java, then please consider liking or subscribing my videos, and I would really appreciate that. But of course, you don't have to if you don't feel like it. Have a good one. Bye.